Hey everyone, Nicole here, and if you're just joining me for the first time, just a quick review of why I'm doing these videos. I was diagnosed with anal cancer on November 28th of last year, 2022, and have since found out that it is an adenocarcinoma type of cancer, and I'm making these videos as a way to document my own journey and to just bring awareness to anal cancer in itself, because as many of you have commented, it is definitely not talked about enough. You know, we just shy away from those types of conversations because it should be in the bathroom, you know, private. But once you go through all of this for so long, it takes up 99% of the real estate in your mind, and you really can't think about anything else, and so you're seeking answers, looking for answers. So I'm trying to, in this video, answer some of the questions that people have asked in the comments. There's so many comments and I really appreciate them. It's hard to answer all of them in my day with working and everything. So if you're interested, you can watch my first video. It talks about how I've gotten to this point and how fistula led to the discovery of anal cancer. And yes, the doctors believe that the mass that I have, the cancer, the tumor that I have, has caused the fissures and fistula. That isn't always the case for most people. A lot of people never have cancer and they get a fissure or fistula, so it's not necessarily related in that way. I will say that my cancer is an adenocarcinoma type of cancer, which is not related to HPV, as far as my research and the doctors have told me. The squamish type of cancer cells in an anal cancer is more related to an HPV type of cancer, so mine is not. My cancer that I have is usually found in the colon. It is what my doctor referred to it as a garden variety of cancer in colon, adenocarcinoma. It also can be found in your lungs, other parts of your body. It is rare to find it in your rectum, where mine is. So they're having to be somewhat kind of creative with my therapy, my treatment, to make sure that they get it. And I feel so positive about the therapy and treatment that I'm getting. It's unreal. I really do. I have a really good feeling about everything. My treatment has started, let's see, I've gotten 8 sessions under me for the radiation, and that includes taking the Xeloda pill 3 in the morning and 3 at night. And then I had 1 IV infusion last Wednesday, mitomycin. And that was a little rough. The first night wasn't that bad. The second day, it's like 24 hours later, maybe a little longer, my gut was it had already been kind of messed up from these Xeloda pills. Lots of gas, just lots of gas, like so much gas. It's gross, but, and then just, you know, going to the bathroom a lot, and it's not even diarrhea, it's just like, I'm just like pooping all the time. It's like too much. So that Thursday night was pretty rough. Ended up, I think, taking Imodium for the first time, just to help kind of slow things down, and that worked. And then Friday, I was able to get an IV, like a hydration, from my chemo doctor after radiation, which really helped quite a bit because I think I was a little dehydrated. And also found out really good news from my radiation doctor. He told me that he examined me briefly just on the outside, looked at my tissue and said that looks great, and that the scans are showing my tumor to be shrinking. So that is incredible and some of the best news I've heard in a while. And I can feel that. I have less pain down there. And the steroids that I was on really seemed to kind of help with all of those things, I think. So, and the other reason, I know I got a lot of questions, people asking me why why wasn't there a colonoscopy done? Why didn't you have a colonoscopy? And I had a Cologuard done 2 years ago. They came back with negative for polyps, negative for anything. You don't need a colonoscopy at this time. So I had already done that. I had the screening for that, and so that's why I hadn't done one. And the doctors definitely wanted me to have one upon going to see them, but I was terrified of having a colonoscopy done with my fissure, and everything that was going on down there was, I was just like, I was like, look, one problem at a time. Let's deal with this, get me healed, and I swear I'll do a colonoscopy like ASAP, So that wasn't the case. Like, my doctors have been fantastic, and a lot of people question, your doctor shouldn't have gave you a treatment plan. And they didn't really write it down, hey, this is your treatment plan. It's like more of me trying to accept that, understand that things change. And I've accepted that, and so far in my journey here is that things change. You have to like roll with those punches and be open and know that it's probably for the best. So, I'm working on staying open, and I'm feeling pretty good. Yesterday I went on a walk and I actually got some laundry done, and Friday I was pretty tired, and then Saturday yesterday I was feeling pretty good, and today, I'm feeling like I want to get out of this house for a little bit and be nice. It's sunny and it's beautiful. But my appetite's been good. I've been eating very healthy, and I know a lot of you are saying fast, go, sugar kills cancer, and I'm aware of that. Like, I have very little sugar in my diet, very little. I even, I used to eat like predominantly just like raw veggies and fruits and leafy greens and lots of protein, like that you find in vegetables and tofu and things like that. And people are like, eat meat, do this and do that. And that's fine for some people. But I know what's best for my body and what feels good and what makes me feel good and what I know is working for me. And right now I'm having like, so a quick example, before I take my pills in the morning, I have like one of these, it's kind of like an Ensure, it's called Kate Farms, I believe. It's just like a little, nutritional drink. And then I do like a boiled egg for extra protein, and then do a Greek yogurt that has even more protein, with very low to no sugar in it. And then sometimes like a banana if I'm, just really wanting to like fill myself up, because I don't like feeling sick, and I want those pills to work their best, because I'm supposed to take them after food for within 30 minutes. So that's working for me, and so those pills don't allow me to fast. I was for the last 2 years doing intermittent fasting, so I wouldn't eat my first meal till like 12 every day, and I would eat my last meal before 7, and it would consist of low sugar and high protein and fiber and all the nutrients, right? So I'm, can't really stick to that regimen anymore. I have to kind of change it up for what I'm going through. Although, I agree, fasting is a great idea for your body, and it helps do there's a lot of wonderful benefits from fasting. And once I get through this, once I'm done with the Zolota pills, and like, gosh, I have, 22 possible more days, maybe a little less, because my doctor wanted to add on 3 maybe radiation sessions at the end. So it just give or take 20 days. And then I can do a little more of my intermittent fasting again when I feel like it. But for now I'm trying to, and it's hard because I eat so much, like so many vegetables and fruits, and so now my vegetables have to be cooked, and that's fine, Last night I made tacos, and I made tofu tacos, and they were delicious. And I just crumble up the tofu, like a ground beef kind of tofu crumble, and I added zucchini, squash, bell peppers, mushrooms, and diced them all up and cooked it in with the tofu, and then had some rice, and then we did some like protein wraps, and of course a little bit of spinach on there and cilantro and lime and certain things like that. But you know, that's just like is so good, and it feels very nutritious, and I'm able to like cook vegetables and still eat them. So that's great. I'm also doing a lot of supplements. You know, do a B12 supplement, a spray, liquid, and then a vitamin C spray. I'm doing a zinc, doing turmeric with curcumin, doing all those in a multivitamin. I'm doing I think it's called biotin. It's for like hair and skin, nails, whatnot. I also do a Vital Proteins collagen, which is not vegetarian, by the way. It's grass-fed, whatever, collagen, you guys know what I'm talking about, probably the Vital Proteins. I put that in my coffee. And how I make my coffee, I do like the butter, a little bit of coconut oil, and Vital Proteins in my coffee. No sugar or anything like that. And also I'm doing the full spectrum CBD, and it's from a local store here in Colorado. It has like the whole plant in it for the full spectrum, and it's 1,000 milligrams but in the bottle, but I'm doing 2 droppers a day. So I think that comes to like 60 milligrams a day. And then I'm doing a separate CBG oil, 30 milligrams a day. And I've been on those for a week, and you know, I'm feeling good. So I don't really know what it is exactly that I'm doing that's making me feel okay. I think the worst problems that I've experienced, my side effects, my symptoms, have been my gut, like the gas and the pooping more, and like, you know, that kind of makes things a little aggravated down there. But right now I have not experienced the sunburn, radiation burn that people talk about in my rectum. I have not. I know that it's probably still coming because I still have a lot more sessions, and it's, you know, but I've also am using a CBD. It's made by Charlotte's Web. That one is the cream. It's like 750 milligrams in a cream, and I just rub it on my back side, my tailbone, in that area. My tailbone's really sore all the time. It's been sore since the first surgery that I had. It's just like always sore. And so it's hard to lay flat on my back, but that cream really helps, along with the cream that the radiation doctors gave me to put back there. And I'm still using the nitroglycerin ointment on my rectum, which really does help. Let's see. Still not taking Advil, and you know, it's not bothering me. In fact, today I would say it was the first day that I've woken up and been like, hours went by before I realized I can take some Tylenol. Like, that's great. Like, I'm not having that sense of urgency of like first thing, oh, where's my Tylenol, where's my Advil? So it's like, that's fantastic. That is so awesome. So to prepare for radiation, you know, I can't put any cream on me or anything like that. It has to just be dry. And when I get home, I pretty much have been drinking like a liquid IV. It's called liquid IV in my drink to help hydrate me. And now that I've learned I can go get hydration, I'm going to do that once a week. I think I'm going to go over to the chemo doctor, which is right next door. It's perfect. And go get IV fluids when I need it. So the other thing I want to talk about is like what I'm doing for like skincare and stuff like that. For like these chemo pills really do a number on your skin. And you might have even seen me like sitting here itching, like scratching my itch. You might see me doing that because my skin just feels a little bit more itchy. But I've been like putting lots of lotion on, so it helps. I think it's just a part of it. And my hair, I'm washing it like once a week and trying to air dry as much as possible. But as you can see, I have bangs and they drive me insane. So sometimes I hit the dryer with like the cool shot on the dryer, and you ladies know what I'm talking about, just to get the bangs so they're not like in my face and wet, because I hate wet hair in my face. But it's, you know, they say you're not supposed to use a lot of heat and stuff on your hair to help preserve those hair follicles, I guess, not to aggravate them. I really don't know. Luckily with the Zolota pill I'm on, hair loss is like 4%. So it's just more hair thinning, I think, than anything. And the mitomycin, it was like 10 to 12% of women lose hair, more like hair thinning. So again, that is the least of my worries. I'm okay. If I lose my hair, I don't care about it. I'm not messed up about it. I at first it like bothered me, but I'm like, whatever, you know, I don't care. Like my life is so much more important than dumb hair. So, you know, I'm glad I have it and hope it stays around, but if not, you know, whatever. I don't care. But I have been just washing it once a week, and I've been using something with no fragrance and no harmful ingredients whatsoever. And pretty much all the products I use, even my mascara, is 100%. It's made by a company called 100% Pure. It is fruit pigmented mascara, so it's not harmful at all to your face. And I've been washing my face with a zinc bar that's made for like, I found it, I've been searching like on the websites for like chemotherapy kind of facial care stuff. And so I bought a zinc bar and pretty much had to change a lot of my products because the other products I was using couldn't use anymore, I've discovered. Especially retinol. Don't use retinol. I made that mistake. I put a little retinol on my cheeks one night and it was just like, they just instantly went on fire. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I had this horrible rash for 3 days. And then I was like, no more. That was a mistake. So there's an app called Think Dirty. And no, I'm not getting paid for this. Because I've told so many people about this app. It's called Think Dirty and it's free. You have to just kind of ignore all those little pop-ups. But you can put the products in that you're using and it'll tell you on a scale from 0 to 10 if it's harmful ingredients, or if it's like 0 being no harmful ingredients, 10 being like the worst. And it's very surprising. So some of the products that I used to love, I would like put in there and it was like a 9 or a 10. I was like, oh, I can't use this anymore. I just like don't feel right about it. So it's a fantastic app to like just inquire what you're using and, you know, see if it's harmful to you. The other thing I want to talk about is like, okay, the second and third, fourth options, honestly, I've had a few, I've reached out, I have like 4 different places I have talked to about my cancer. Mayo, MD Anderson, my hometown, Arkansas, there is a good friend of mine that works for an oncology clinic there, and she spoke with her doctors, some of the top doctors in Arkansas, and got their opinions on my treatment and what I'm doing, what kind of cancer I have, etc. And the consensus is that I am getting the standard care of treatment. And even with, and I wrote down, I get so confused because I have so many different people I'm talking to, but I believe that it was the Mayo Clinic who actually was able to let me talk to one of their oncology PAs. And we had a conversation for like an hour. It was either MD Anderson, I think it was Mayo. And we talked for an hour and she made me feel so good about my treatment that I'm getting here. And so that kind of solidified that I'm on the right track and I'm getting the best care that I possibly can. And I already, you know, in my heart of hearts, I feel that. I feel it to my core. And I know I'm gonna be healed. I know this is going away and I'm gonna be better, and I have no doubt in my mind that the cancer is gonna be gone. And this has been a life-changing experience and it continues to change. So I have to, again, be open to that, right? So I hope that I've covered everybody's questions or asking. You know, I'm feeling really good right now. I've got more treatments ahead of me. I know that things can change and some days don't feel so good as others. You know, I'm just trying to be gentle with myself as always. And I'm gonna go for a walk today. It's so beautiful, it's so sunny. And I'm gonna play my bowls this afternoon and really enjoy what I have, because I am very thankful for everything that I have. And that's another thing I want to add is that I am so lucky. Like, I am so lucky that I have a good job. I'm so lucky that it's got great benefits and that my coworkers and my boss are so supportive. And my boyfriend is amazing, and he's been so there for me, driving me to all my appointments and just cooking me dinner if I don't feel like it, or just being so sweet. And my whole family, they're back home. I miss them so much, and they're always with me, and I just am so thankful. Like, I have such a good support system. And my boyfriend's mother, she's been incredible. She's reaches out to me every single day and always sends me words of encouragement. She went through breast cancer herself, and she understands, and it's really nice to have somebody who really genuinely cares. So I am so lucky in so many ways. I have amazing fur babies, and they're sleeping right now. And yeah, so that's all. But thank you for watching and commenting, and I'm sorry if I can't get to all of your comments, because it's a lot sometimes, as you know, and I give it a like and a thumbs up, and I try to at least acknowledge that I've read it, and in future videos I can address questions all at one time. It just seems to be like a little bit easier that way. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful day. Stay positive. Remember to listen to your bodies and be good advocates for yourself.